Namaskar, hearty welcome to you all to today's episode of Sitar Learning Essentials. If you are following our channel, then you must be knowing that we are covering various practice techniques for meend, and we are about to start Gamak. So in past we already had 4 sessions on meend. If you have not gone through those sessions, please watch those videos before you watch this one, because all those are the prerequisites for today's episode. Today we will discuss on Gamak. Gamak, now we need to understand what Gamak actually is before understanding how to play Gamak. Gamak is, for 2 consecutive or 2 distant notes, if we have repeated oscillation movement, then it is called Gamak. Deep oscillation in between 2 consecutive or 2 distant notes. And it can, just like meend, it can be avarohi or it can be arohi. So it can be of the ascending nature and also it can be of descending nature. Right? And this is done by pulling the string for sitar. So if I give you an example, between sa and re, so just for your reference, I have chosen D scale today, and we are working on bilaval scale, right? Bilaval tat. So all notes Shuddha. So if I choose Dha and Ni, Shuddha Dha and Komal Ni of lower octave, now so it is coming from Dha to Ni. So if I do it repeatedly, so this is meend. Now for each stroke, if I repeat this movement from Dha to Ni, this will be Gamak. You see the deep oscillation between 2 consecutive or 2 distant notes. Why I am saying 2 consecutive or distant? Because now I am doing between Dha and Ni, and I can do between Dha and Sa also. I can do between Dha and Re also. So this is ascending of nature, right? This movement is of ascending nature, arohi nature. And this movement can be reverse also, avarohi also. So it is coming from Ni to Dha, not Dha to Ni. Dha to Ni, this is Ni to Dha. Now if I do repeated movement between Ni to Dha, that is an avarohi Gamak. Okay, so that is the basic of Gamak. Now how we have to practice this? And few people have, ask that whether we need to use only Da stroke or we need to use Dara stroke while playing Gamak. So my response is you have to do both, because when we play Tans, then we need to play with Dara, and when we play Jod or Jod Alap, in that we have to play only with Da. So both you have to practice. So few basic practice for Gamak. And okay, before we go into the practice itself, you need to understand how it is happening. So if I sing it, so Dha, Dhani, Dhani. So Dha is being pronounced first, then it is gliding to Ni. So you have to give the stroke first and then pull. That is the sequence. And every time you have to maintain that sequence. Okay? Every time you have to maintain that sequence. So you see, I am giving stroke first and then pulling. So repeatedly if I do this, first try doing between consecutive notes, then we will do distant notes. nervous system. So you see I am doing 8 times from each note to the next note, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In this way you can go and come back. Do the full cycle of Arohan Avarohan. Now you can do 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that, and then you can come back. Same way. The way you are ascending, the same way you descend. Initially, you don't need to play Avarohi and Gamak. Okay, once you are good at Arohi and Gamak, then only try on Avarohi and Gamak. Then do 4. You see I am doing with Dara Dara. Now you have to do the same thing, separate practice with only Da. Then 2. In this way you can do the basic practice of Gamak. Now you can increase the repetition, okay? You can give the emphasis to distinguish the block so that it sounds clear and how you are making the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Musicians used to call this as bal. This timing is very crucial while playing Gamak. The timing between the stroking and pulling, you need to develop balance between that. Okay? So this is about 2 consecutive notes. Now if you do one rag like Bhupali, Dha should be, Ni should be excluded because Ni and Ma are Varjit. Similarly, once you do on Gapa, Ma should not be audible at all. This is Avarohi and Gamak. First pull, then stroke, and then release. For Avarohi and Arohi and Gamak, what is the difference? In Arohi and Gamak, you are stroking first on the fret and then pulling. In Avarohi and you are pulling first, then stroking and then releasing. Then again pulling, then stroking and releasing. So, pulling first with an andaz or with an idea. Okay, so this is dense Gamak. Now, you might have heard this kind of Gamaks also. You see, it is not always between Dha and Sa. So it is little oscillation around Sa. Not like that. Not every time between Dha and Sa. It is Dha. Little oscillation around the destination note. So Gamak technique which is not that dense, some people call it lehak. Okay, so this is the technique. It is not, it is dense oscillation. Now less oscillation. You can take a pattern and repeat it and make it smaller gradually. So re pa ba ba re ma 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 re ga 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 re ma ma ma, then re pa ba re ma ma re ga ga re ma ma re pa pa re ma ma re. Do each phrase twice or 4 times. Re pa ba ba re ma 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 re ga 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 re ma 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 re pa ba ba re ma 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 re ga 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 re ma 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 re pa ba ba re ma 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 re ga 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 re ma 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 re pa ba ba re ma 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 re ga 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 re ma 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 re pa pa re ma ma re ga ga re ma ma re pa pa re ma ma re ga ga re ma ma re pa pa re ma ma re ga ga re ma ma re pa pa re ma ma re ga ga re ma ma re pa, then re pa, then it becomes mean. It does not remain Gamak because we are not doing repeated. It's just one times while breaking, right? So you can try this. In this way you can do in different zones. Like that. This is all about the practicing just the Gamak. Now you might have seen that we use techniques. Sitar players use the techniques of playing Gamak and then extending the tan on fret. For an example, ni ni da ni za re za ni da ba ma re za ni za. Ga ga re ga ma ba ma ga re za ni za. Ga 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 ma 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 ba 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 ma ma ga ga re za ni za. So you need to practice this also, like combination of Gamak and fret work. So how you can do that? Ga 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 re sa ni sa. Ma ma. You can take the approach of palta. So in that palta, some part is being with Gamak and some part is being played on fret. Ga 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 re sa ni sa ma 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 ga re sa re pa ba 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 ma ga re ga da 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 pa ma ga ma ni 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 da pa ma pa sa 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 ni da pa da. Now you can increase the repetition. Even you can increase further. Like that you can increase your strength, your stamina, your spontaneity and your speed and your swiftness, smoothness and also sweetness. In this way you please keep on continuing practicing on Gamak and stay tuned to all the videos that we are giving in sequence. These are extremely useful and I am trying to cover as much as in depth and width in possible, and this kind of detailed information you will hardly find on internet, that I can assure you. So stay tuned with our channel and our tutorials and practice well, and if you have any difficulties, do let us know through email. The email address is already given in the description box. Also you can comment with your feedback, or if you want any further information you can comment in the comment box, so that in the next episode we can cover those points. With all my best wishes, I am concluding today's session with this note. Thank you for watching, and stay well and practice well. Namaskar.